Hello, this video is part 2 of vertical angles. The difference from part 1 and 2 is part 2 involves quadratics and part 1 is only linear. So because we have vertical angles, I know that vertical angles are equal. Therefore, I'm going to set up the equation. One angle is 25p and this will be equal to 3p squared plus 8. Notice one side has a square term, therefore that's why we know it's quadratic. All right, because this is a quadratic problem, we need to move everything to one side and have a zero on the other side before we can solve. I like to keep the quadratic term positive, therefore I'm going to move the 25p to the other side. On one side we have a zero, on the other side we'll try to combine like terms. In this problem we don't have any like terms, so we will just rearrange them. So I get 3p squared, that is the term with the highest exponent. Then we have minus 25p, and we put the constant at the end. Now that everything is on one side and 0 on the other, we will be able to factor. I'll use the pound sign method to factor. So here we put a times c. 3 is a, 8 is e. Multiplying those two, I get 24. Now I need two numbers that when I multiply them, I get 24. Same two numbers added together, I get negative 25. These two numbers are negative 24 and negative 1. Now because those two numbers are negative, I put the negative in the middle column. Now I'm trying to determine where do I put the 3, because the only way to get 3 is 3 times 1. You always check to see if the number 3 goes into the two numbers on the right column. So if I divide 1 by 3, I get negative 0.33. Because this is not a whole number, 3 doesn't go evenly into negative 1. Therefore, we have to try it with the 24. And we get negative 8. Therefore, we are going to put the 3 here. The 1 goes with anything, so that's why we leave it at the end. Here's 1. Now, to fill out the bottom row, 1 times negative 1 gives me that negative 1 on the right. Middle row, 3 times 8 gives me the negative 24 on the right. I add the variable here, and now here are my two factors. P minus 8, and the other one is 3p minus 1, right here. Using the zero product property, now I said each parenthesis to 0, p minus 8 equal to 0, and 3p minus 1 equal to 0. I solve for p, and one of the solutions is 8. The other one, I have to add 1 to both sides. I get 3p equals to 1, divide by 3, and I get that p is equal to 1 over 3. These are our two solutions, and if you're asked to check which one works and which one gets discarded, then you have to plug it into both angles.